it okay now? It's okay? Yeah. We're working on the sound, and I believe it is going to be absolutely perfect because we already prayed for the technology to be in perfect divine order. And so we're asking everybody to hold that the technology is in perfect divine order under grace. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, God. All right.
Marge?
How you doing?
I'm very well. What about you?
Welcome back.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah, because I do all the Good morning. Good morning, spiritual family. It is so good to see all of you here today. As you've noticed by now, Reverend Don Lansky is not with us today. However, we have our beloved Reverend Marge Brown, who's a frequent flyer here. We love her dearly. So my name is Janice Gilmore. I am your celebration assistant for today. This here to my right is our lovely music director, Blair Jones, the one and only, with her illustrious and talented band. And we have our praise singers, as always. So let's get to it right away. Let's start with some music.
Your part on this song is easy. You've just got to sing. My every notion puts energy in motion. Got it? Yes, you did. Y'all ready for the Peter Gunn? 1, 2, 3, 4. Words I say come back to me. My every notion is energy in motion. I choose my words carefully. My every notion is energy in motion. With my thoughts I build my life anew, anew, anew life. As I speak my words of power, my every notion is energy in motion. My life opens like a flower. My every notion puts energy in motion. Words and thoughts are seeds that grow. This is why I know. Sing it 2 times now. Are you ready? Woo! Sing it with us. My every notion puts energy in motion. My every notion puts energy in motion. What you say is what you get. What you say is what you get. A lifetime guarantee, sure bet that what you say is what you get. Jim.
Take it away, Jim.
When I feel I've lost my way, my every notion is energy in motion. I find perfect words to say. My every notion is energy in motion. I look within, I make a choice, I take a breath, I lift my voice. Everyone, my every notion is energy. Let me hear you. My every notion is energy in motion. My every notion is energy in motion. My every notion is energy in motion.
Are we all awake now? So let's have Reverend Marge join us and lead us in prayer.
All right. So let's put that energy in motion, shall we? All right. I invite everybody to take in a few deep breaths as we take 30 seconds in the quiet and raise our consciousness for this service. Great Spirit, we give thanks for all the blessings in our lives. And we give thanks that we know those blessings are overflowing. And the more that we spend time thinking and talking and putting that energy in motion about our blessings, the better our life goes, the more we're in the flow. And that's why we come together here. We come together in spiritual community as spiritual beings to remind each other of that fact, to uplift one another, to celebrate with one another, and to take away part of sorrows when things happen in life. So we give thanks for everybody that is here this morning, that got up, out of bed, made the coffee, got here. And we give thanks for all the people online watching this service and participating. Thank you, Spirit, for us always to remember to walk in our I am presence and to remember who we are and why we're on earth at this time. Amen.
And let's share together our statement of faith. There is only one presence and one power in the universe and in my life, God the good, omnipotent. And let's stand and sing our welcome song. You are free to move around the entire sanctuary. Maybe there's some people sitting in the back that you've never
Good to
met
see you.
before.
Good morning. Thank you. Bless you. Oh, no, gorgeous.
I'm in the right place at the right
I
time.
was going to wear some fly-like, but it's supposed to be 75 today, you know?
I'm in the right place.
Yeah.
I'm just where I'm supposed to be.
Oh, my soul is welcome here. Oh, my soul is welcome here. Getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here.
Good to see you.
Take it away, band. Hello online. Hello online. Hello.
the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. Oh, my soul is welcome here. Oh, my soul is welcome here. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here.
And Robin is here to tell us about our youth education program. You're welcome.
Good morning.
Good morning.
So this morning we had our first youth and family cocoa and coffee hour downstairs. And it was so fun. We had a lot of conversation and planning for our Halloween festival. So if I can ask the team to switch to the next slide. Woohoo! This is happening October 27th. And everyone is invited and encouraged to come in your Halloween best. There's another one, too.
All right. There's your modesty.
Do you guys remember this? There were no dates on these photos, but I'm thinking it was about 8 years ago. Do you? Yeah?
There's our bass player.
So you guys going to come and dress up? There will be a contest with prizes. So if we could pull up the flyer again real quick, that would be great. Fortune telling, costume contest, face painting, bounce house, food and music, campfire, s'mores, pumpkin painting, and a spooky scavenger hunt. So please join us, mark your calendars, and next week I'm going to have a volunteer sign-up sheet because obviously this is going to be a team effort. So if this calls to you, next week we'll have some options for you to sign up to help out. And I have a playground update. The money that we raised, that you all generously donated for the new playground area, to have it set up by a professional, Costco let us know that they won't be able to send a team to set up on commercial property. So we went back to the drawing board to get some volunteers from the congregation. We have a team to set the play set up, and the money that was raised to have the professional team do it is now being used to get a bigger play set. So, yay! So I'm sure that the people volunteering to set it up are very happy about that. But anyways, the mulch is being delivered this week for the base of that play set, and next Sunday after the service, as long as it's not raining, we are going to spread some mulch. So if you would like a workout with us next week, bring a shovel or a pitchfork, maybe bring a wheelbarrow if you have a pickup truck and you can bring one. We're going to try to have the mulch dumped right in the back and then just spread it, but we might have to take it a little farther. So come ready to help out next Sunday right after the service. We just need 2 or 3 people. That would be excellent. Greg and I have already volunteered, and if anyone else would like to join us, that'd be great. That's September 29th, right after service. And then today, Patsy is volunteering to teach our elementary age. Thank you. So they will be downstairs reading our story and doing our activity. So if you're elementary age, you want to join the youth class today, you'll meet Patsy in the back in just a few moments. And if you're in the YOU, the teen group, you'll be with me in the Fillmore House. And let's do our blessing. Children, Uniteens, YOUers, teachers and parents, you are loved, special, and important.
Thank you so much, Robin. Let's give her some love. She is doing a wonderful, wonderful job. Yes. So now we have opportunities for transformation. Greg, would you like to come up and represent the board? This is Greg Nelson, our board president. Let's give him some love.
Good morning, everybody. So every year, as I said last week, people have to renew their membership, and we have a fancy little form for you to do that with. And I think most people have already done that. We had a lot of people do it last week. But if you are a voting member already and you have not filled out that form, please do so today. We'll be having our annual meeting October 20th. And at that time, we'll be electing a couple of new board members as well as new members for our nominating committee. And we want all of you that are voting members to be able to vote for that. So if you haven't done that, we've got some flyers out in the back there. And if you'll do that before you leave today, that would be great. Thanks.
Thank you, Greg. Thank you so much. And Kirtan continues. Next slide, please. Oh, okay. There is no Kirtan slide, but Richard, when is the next Kirtan? Do you know? Yes. It was yesterday. Oh, that's why you took it out. Oh, well, it's still on my list. There will be another Kirtan, and we will have the date for you as soon as possible. Blair?
Okay, Kevin is going to help me with this announcement because Kevin and Marge are helping me with this event.
Hi.
Oh, Kevin.
Good morning. I really appreciate all your prayers, too. This is 7 weeks after fracturing my hip. Unity and the prayers are that powerful, and it's going to be known. I'm curious, how many here are familiar with J.D. and Jan Martin?
J.D. Martin and Jan Garrett.
Oh, I'm sorry, J.D. Martin and Jan Garrett. I think of them with both the same name. I have that same situation. Anyway, so how many of you, I'm curious, have gotten their tickets? Okay. So they do that to try to have a count. Now, last time we had over 100 people. Blair and Barry, they worked on the parking situation. They now got a lot of smooth, level parking. And they got a giant stage. But anyway, what I didn't know about JD and Jan as writers is they've actually written songs for Reba McEntire. You familiar with her? Yeah? And the late John Denver, just to name two. Also then, I can let Blair say the rest and take it from there, but we're just really emphasizing that this will be something, an experience you'll never forget. I experienced last time, bought my 2 tickets. Marge and I will be selling CDs there under a thing, and CDs for everybody. Go ahead. Hope I wasn't too wordy.
Well, I know it's very natural to wait a little while to buy tickets. You want to make sure you can go and all that. It helps us when you buy tickets in advance because it allays our concerns. However, I know for various reasons some people don't like to use PayPal. They don't want to buy tickets online. So yours truly messed up the URLs. And, you know, there are 2 concerts. There's the one the night before in Forest, Virginia. By the way, Marge, I hope you'll come. It's going to be out at my old family place in Forest. So I've mixed up the URLs. So if you buy a ticket, it might say Forest. But don't worry, because we just have a list of all the people that bought a ticket. We'll just check off your name, whichever concert you come to. But if you don't want to buy a ticket in advance, just don't worry about having to pay the extra fee for buying your ticket at the venue. You can buy it there. We'll have a card reader there. We also take checks. We also take cash. Also, we've had a number of tickets donated, so if you want to come and you can't buy a ticket, just come, just show up and just join the group. You don't have to check in or anything. Marge and Kevin will be at the desk at the table handling tickets and CDs. But you can just come on in if if for some reason you can't get a ticket, knowing that it'll be covered by some other tickets that people have donated. I really hope you will come because it's a lot more fun when we have a big group and you bring a picnic and bring a folding chair and just enjoy the beautiful October evening. We'll have tents up too in case of a little sprinkle.
so not to worry.
Blair, you're introducing your CD, and what musicians and who else are going to be there?
So the first set is at our home in Greenwood is my album release for Newborn Child, and I will be joined by, among other people, there'll be Jim Polson, and Blue will be playing, and Johnny Clark, he's going to be there, and we'll have a woman from Stanton who's an incredible musician, Jen Molina, will be playing harp. And my daughter will be playing fiddle, and a lot of Dawes will be singing backup, and Jan and JD will be singing backup. It's going to be an extravaganza. You won't want to miss it. All for the low, low price of $20. Just think about what you spend $20 on. That goes away like nothing. Okay, thank you. Anyway, please do come. And if you can, buy your ticket in advance and make us happy.
Thank you, Blair. Thank you, Kevin. Thank you all. So, spiritual cinema slide. We have our next spiritual cinema presentation on October 6th at 12:30, Samadhi Part 2 in the large classroom. And this is near and dear to all of our hearts. We have our wonderful, beautiful, beloved Reverend Patricia Golino Lansky will be holding her autumn meditation retreat on Saturday, October 26th from 8:45 a.m. to 4 p.m. And let me tell you, our lovely Patricia has put her heart and soul and her talent and her time into creating really, truly magnificent retreats. I've been to all of them. I've seen many of you there. We leave feeling energized and rejuvenized and with lots of tools to keep our own practice going. That's a guarantee. I guarantee it. So if you haven't signed up for her autumn meditation retreat, and that's something you're able to do, I highly encourage it. I would love to see you there. And coming to Unity is Gary Renard, going all the way home on November 9th, 2024, from 10 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. Our next, I guess it's going on now, Community Engagement Project. We're helping support undeserved families through the Blue Ridge Area Food Bank with personal grooming and household items. Bring your items to Unity and place them in the lobby at the bin, in the bin provided by the Blue Ridge Area Food Bank. And Blue, can I single you out? Could you just give a stand up? And we want to honor you. We want to honor you and your talent. Blue has her artwork on display downstairs. So when you go down for fellowship, please enjoy her wonderful artwork. She's very talented. We have so many talented people here, don't we? We're very blessed. All of us have our own unique talents. And what's so wonderful about Unity of Charlottesville, one of the things that's so wonderful, is that we're encouraged to share our talents. We're encouraged to put ourselves on display, so to speak, in a beautiful way. And our healing half hour continues every Wednesday from 6:30 to 7 on Zoom. And let's now conclude these opportunities for transformation with our mission statement. Together, Unity of Charlottesville empowers everyone to express their unique divinity, making a positive difference in the world. And we have another song.
And we need you to sing along with us. There's your words up there.
If I dream of peace, let me live in peace. When I start from love, I am loved. I know I can be the change I want to see. If it's to be, if it's to be, oh, if it should be, it's up to me. Let's sing it again. Come on. If it's to be, if it's to be, oh, if it's to be, it's up to me. You know it's up to me. If it's to be, it's up to me. We gotta move.
See if I can handle this today.
So now is that time when our beloved guest minister, Reverend Marge, will come to the stage and share her message with us. And I'm going to share a little bit of information about her. Reverend Marge Brown has served 3 Unity churches as a senior minister. She has a healing ministry, which is a nonprofit under Unity Worldwide Ministries. As a nutritionist for 40 years, she is offering a 10 pounds lighter, 10 years younger program. It includes causes and preventions for dementia, heart disease, and breast cancer, which she has researched for decades. It starts the 2nd week in October. She has flyers about the program and how to register for it. And let's give her a big Unity of Charlottesville welcome. Again.
Okay, thank you. Hey, everybody. Nice to be with you all. And I have to thank Bob Butts because I sent him my PowerPoint and he had to spend an hour on it because I used pastel colors and he said those will not work. So I really appreciate his efforts. And I appreciate all of you coming out today. And I remembered from last time I was here that you guys appreciated a joke. So I went in my humor file folder this morning and I found one. So since we're at the vernal equinox, which is about light, I found one that has something to do with light. How many church members does it take to change a light bulb? Well, if you're Pentecostal, the answer is 10, 1 to change a light bulb, and 9 to pray against the spirit of darkness. If you're any Pentecostals here? All right. If you're a Baptist, the answer is at least 15. 1 to change the light bulb, 2 or 3 committees to approve the change, and 1 person to bring the casserole. If you're a Methodist, the answer is C, the Baptist. If you're a Lutheran, the answer is none. Lutherans don't believe in change. If you're a Mormon, the answer is 5. 1 man to change the bulb and 4 wives to tell him how to do it. If you're Amish, the answer is, what's a light bulb? And if you're New Thought like us, this is the answer. We choose not to make a statement either in favor, for or against a light bulb. However, if it's on your journey, if you have found that light bulbs work for you, that's good. We invite you to meditate on it, journal about it, about your personal relationship with your light bulb, and then share it next month at our annual Light Bulb Sunday service, where we'll explore traditional light bulbs, including incandescent, fluorescent, 3-way, long life, and tinted, all of which we believe are equally valid paths to luminescence. we lost signal again there. Something going on there. There's nothing on my, makes it hard. Okay, so here we are. Oh, so there's no signal up here again. I don't know why. All right, so let's see. So today it's kind of magical in my mind. Of course, a scientist wouldn't agree, but it's equal light everywhere on the earth. I think that's kind of really magical. And then this is a time where it really ushers in a quieter time, a time for more reflection and maybe contemplation. And so I was thinking about, well, which one of our 12 powers would we normally use when we're doing this? And I came up with the power of will. And you know, I like Phil Pearson's book, The 12 Powers, because he calls them the 12 freedoms. And he pairs them up, and then what he also does is he pairs them up with the chakras. And then where exactly are these powers? Well, the crown chakra is faith and imagination, and then also really near the crown chakra, but sort of in the center of our head, behind our third eye, is the power of will and understanding. So we have to first have an understanding of things, and then we use our willpower to execute. All right, let's see here. All right, so that's where we are. Okay, so I was guided this morning to talk about how to care for Mother Earth, since we're celebrating light and we're sort of celebrating Earth. And there's scientific evidence that shows that when we live among trees and when children are in schools that are among trees, that actually learning is more effective. And my belief is the more we connect with Mother Earth, the more that we're like in tune to her or attuned to her, and the more she can actually instruct us. So how will we actually use the power of our will, our executive power, to do something that really makes a difference? Because we can look around the world and get a little discouraged. Anybody ever do that? Do you get a little discouraged when you look around the world? Yeah, exactly. So how do we want to use our energy? And we all know, we've heard, I believe this is the next slide. We've heard, and I think we have memorized and committed, reduce, reuse, and recycle. And it's really just not enough. And so I'm requesting today that you consider taking 2 more R's into consideration, which is rethink and reevaluate. The reason it's not enough is, in the US, we're still consuming 20% of the Earth's resources, and we're only 5% of the world's population. So we're consumer hogs, and I feel like we need to do something about that. So when we think about rethinking things or reevaluating things, we can think about, well, you know, it's so easy. We think we might need something, or somebody might talk to us about something, and what's the first thing we usually do? We usually like on the web, read the reviews, and all we have to do is press a button, right? And then it can appear at our door. And I feel like it is valuable in my experience, in my own experience, to rethink, to pause and go, oh, do I really need this? Or does somebody else have this? Like a neighbor, a friend, a relative, can I borrow this? Or is there something else that I can use that would serve this purpose? So that is the rethinking part. And a lot of times when I do this, something else comes into my mind that will actually serve the purpose. So I don't actually have to buy something new and take resources from the earth to bring it into where I live. And the next part is reevaluating. And this is where one of my favorite topics is, and that is the Better World Shopping Guide. The Better World Shopping Guide has been at this work for about 30 years, and they actually evaluate a lot of organizations and companies based on 5 things: human rights, animal protection, community involvement, the environment, social justice. So that means they look at each of those areas and they determine how much care there is in each of those areas. So in human rights, you know, are they hiring child labor? Are there accidents happening in their places? Are they offering fair wages? For animal protection, are they doing animal testing? Are they doing animal factory farming? Community involvement, are they active in the community, or are they paying lobbyists to squash some of the local businesses? And the environment, we all know, are they recycling or are they dumping toxic wastes? And social justice, when they check those out, they say, are they discriminatory in any way, race, age, color, you name it? Do they care about people? So I really like this. And then the next thing they do is they actually grade these organizations from A through F. So A is when they're outstanding in what they're doing and how they're performing, and F is when they're failing miserably. So I've used this app for years, and I've talked to people about this app for years, and I kind of think it's pretty easy. What they say is the places to start is to look at where you bank, where you buy gas, and where you get groceries. So groceries, you know, we're groceries and probably gas, we're probably, you know, feeding that organization on a weekly basis. And, you know, so I talked to this friend and I said, you know, you're an environmentalist, why do you shop at the store? Well, I shop at the store because I get coupons and I get good deals. And I'm like, yeah, but they're graded F, you know? Yeah, well, but I get cheap gas. And I'm like, yeah, but the coupons and the cheap gas are really not setting it up well for the future generations. And the little savings that you make are a cost for the next generation. So this is what the little book looks like. And you can get it digitally, and the digital form is free. So it's very easy to use, and they update the sources. I think I maybe skipped one of those. Well, maybe not. Yeah. So I wanted to talk to you about that. And then the next thing I wanted to talk about is plastics and how, you know, we really lived a long time without plastics. Can anybody remember really living without plastics? Yeah. And how many people, you know, really can say no to plastic water bottles? Yeah, exactly. Because even though they say, you know, all these plastic water bottles, they get recycled, the statistics show only 79% of them get recycled. So that's not a lot. And I can't remember the rapper's name, but he's a famous rapper and he had a lot of followers. And one day he mobilized the communities around the world and they took out 62 tons of plastic out of the ocean in one day. So it really, it gets easier and easier to say no to plastic when you really know how little of it is really getting recycled. You know, when I was writing this, that scripture in the first chapter of James, which is 20 to, I think, verse 20 to 25, but basically it says, we have to be doers of the word, and we can't just be hearers of the word. So let me tell you, I've been at this stuff for years, and it's really hard. You know, you think you have all your energy in alignment, which is what I want. I want all my energy. I know I'm a divine being, and you know you're a divine being. So as divine beings, we want like all our energy in alignment. And that means all the money that we spend, which is our energy, we want it to go for things that are healing the earth, and we want to make sure that the things that we're spending money on or making money on are not harmful to the earth. So about 2 weeks ago, one of my friends was trying to be a, what do you call it, a bestseller on the book thing. She wrote this book, and so she hired a publicist, and the way the game works is you talk about it for a couple months and you get all your friends and your relatives and your colleagues and everybody you know, your neighbors and the mayor and everybody else, to buy all that book on one day. And then if everybody buys that book on one day, then all of a sudden you can say, you know, you're this wonderful published artist. So, and the only way that this is determined is by one organization, and we could probably guess that what that one organization is. And so I never participate in that organization. I'm not a prime member. I never have been. I never will be. I can say that. That'll probably be somewhere in my legacy. I've never been a prime member. And so I'm thinking about this book, and this book is about survival, and it actually made the bestseller survival category. So I think, all right, well, I want to help my friend. I think this book's going to help a bunch of people. So, you know, I got to hit that button and buy from this organization that I really don't want my money to go there. So, and then when I was preparing for this, I was looking at the website, you know, the Better World Shopper Guide, and I wanted to make sure it was still the way I was telling you, right? So I'm scanning through it, and they have lists of everything. You know, they have the 20 best companies, and then they have the 20 worst companies. So I'm scanning the list, and I'm like, what? My internet company is like number 20. I like how to fit. I'm like, why didn't I think about looking at my internet company? And so here's the thing. We don't know what these companies are doing with their passive investments. And a lot of time their passive investments are doing more harm to the world than we're aware of. So that'll be changed, and luckily it's, I don't have a contract with them. It has just run out after a couple years. So the other thing we have to do is we have to look at what we're investing in. And I did this a couple of years ago. You know, I originally, I think they were called SRI, Social Responsibility Investing, and you know, and then they changed to, I think, Environmental Social Responsibility Investing. And you know, I kind of, it was really hard with this investor because I was like, no, if that's in there, I don't want it, nope. You know, and then, you know, I didn't really check because I figured, okay, you know, she gave me her word and I know I have this in there. And then I went to check and it was like way different. Like they had moved things around to make more money for them. And it's like, no, that's not where my energy wants to go because those are things that are not good for the earth. So lots of things to remember. We're still wasting a lot of food, and has anybody noticed food costs have gone up? All right, yeah, everybody got that one right? So when I waste food, I mean, I really try not to, but when I have to throw something out in my compost pile or to my crows, I have to think about, okay, now, did I buy too much of that? Did I make too much of that? Did my schedule change? So these are questions that as we kind of refine our consciousness around our food, we wind up wasting less. So I think that's important. So we all know about the recycle, but I want to give you 4 reminders that you all know about. You know about the plastics, and you know about rethinking about when you have to buy something, really buy good quality. You know, when something breaks down in my home, I think, can I fix this? Because first of all, I know it's higher quality because it's older. And I know if I order it new, it's going to be lighter weight, poorer made, and it's going to last me probably half of what my original one is. So, and then the other thing is when you have stuff that you are no longer using, it takes not so much effort to just bring it by one of those boxes, collection boxes, or a secondhand store, so somebody else can use it. And that means we're not throwing it in the landfill, and it means that somebody who's on a minimum wage or somebody who's just finished school and, you know, struggling with money, or anybody that's struggling, they can pick it up at a secondhand store without getting, you know, buying something new and having those resources taken from the earth again. And then the 4th thing I like to remind everybody about, myself included, because this is ongoing, is how many people feel like they have too much stuff? right? And it's constant, isn't it? I mean, people give you stuff and, it just seems like it grows. So one of the things to do it's only September, but during the holiday season, is figure out how you want to give during that season, about how you can give an experience or an opportunity, rather than a thing, rather than something else that fills the house. I remember last year, I think it was last year, I was up at the recycle center, and this one guy he had like the backup truck filled with these boxes from that Prime membership company, you know what I mean? And I was like astounded, and I think my jaw was open. He goes, well, it's Christmas. It was celebrating Christmas. And I'm like, I think we need to figure out a different way. So one of the ways that works for me, I can't remember where I heard it, is you put a box somewhere in your house that's sort of out of the way, and then as you go through the week, if you see something that you're not using, or even if you have extra anything that you're not using, you can say, you know what, I don't really need that. Let me put that in that box. And then when the box is full, you take it somewhere to recycle it. Yeah. So, and then the biggest use of our fuel is our heating and cooling, right? Yeah, yeah. And so what can we do about that? We can get used to being cooler when it starts to cool down. That means we can get used to our bodies acclimating to a cooler temperature. And we can also dress appropriately. It always amazes me when people have the air conditioner turned on to, like, I don't know, it feels like below zero to me, but I guess it's like 65 or 66 or something. And then they're wearing polyester. And I'm thinking, well, yeah, polyester is great as an overlay in the winter because it seals you. It's plastic, So, and of course, your energy companies always give you free audits. So in the Bible, which is one of the sacred books we use, and we interpret metaphysically, there's a story of the Transfiguration that takes place at Mount Tabor. And this is where Jesus knew his time was coming to an end, and we know the way we're living is coming to an end, so this is appropriate. And so he wanted to go up and pray, so he takes his 3 disciples with him, Peter, James, and John, and he says, you hold watch down here, I'm going to go up to the mountain and pray. So he goes up, and then he comes down, and he says, you're asleep. I asked you to hold watch. So then he goes back up to the mountain to pray, and he comes down, and he says, you're asleep. And he says something like, are your spirits eager, but your flesh is weak? And so we have to ask ourselves to make these changes in our life to really help Mother Earth heal. We have to ask ourselves, are we awake or are we asleep? Are our spirits eager? Because like I told you, it's hard work. It's like, I got to change that, Are our spirits eager, and is our flesh strong enough to carry through? Our flesh, meaning our will, the power of our will. Once we have the full understanding of what this is really about, can we use the power of our will, the strength of our will, to do what we need to do? So I'm certain that many of you have all these practices, or a lot of them, already in place, and you're all doing those things. And Reverend Don told me that you have just started an Earth Care team. Is anybody here that is the coordinator of that? Oh, terrific, wonderful. I have a contact for you. So Mother Nature is very much alive and awake. And what I feel like is, when I was thinking about this, and I was thinking about the vernal equinox, I was thinking about Genesis, that very first book, 1:3. It says, let there be light. And we all know the light is stronger, the sunspots are stronger. We have to be actually in the light, in the moonlight, in the sunlight, to take that light in. And may that light enlighten us. And then, let's see here, was I on there? Okay, and then we're all familiar with that. You know, I got spoiled with this thing here, so I was just like, okay. In Genesis 1:26, you know, we've all heard this, that we have dominion. So we are made in the image of God. We are the God force on the planet. We are the hands, we are the feet, we are the voices. And so it's up to us to have dominion. And dominion means take care of. How are we taking care of? So it's got to be our will and our willingness to help Mother Earth, to be a keeper of Mother Earth. And then Unity Worldwide, they have a lot of great resources on there, and that's how you access their Earth Care team resources. And they have a lot of, if anybody can pass it on, they also have a lot of activities for the youth. And you can join the team. It meets Friday, the fourth Friday, so it's the fourth Saturday, it's this coming Saturday. And it's really good. So we talk about what each of us is doing individually and then what spiritual organizations are doing. And one thing I learned that I really like, that I just love, I mean, it just makes me smile. Every time you do something for the earth, even if you're recycling something and you're putting it in a box, you know, it just makes your heart warm. It's like, all right, that's good. I'm helping Mother Earth, you know? So anyway, one of the people suggested that, you know, when we get plastic bags when we have to put vegetables in it in the grocery store, and then you come home and you have all those plastic bags, you can take those plastic bags and you can put them into your shopping bag. And then the next time you go shopping, you've got those plastic bags and you don't need to take new plastic bags and put all that stuff in. So I really like that. Now, I've been passionate about taking care of the earth for decades. You know, I got my family when I was in my 20s starting to recycle, and they were like, what? Why do we need to do this? Like, we need to do it. So I know that one of the things I really know is that the power of our intentionality is so strong, and that if we're taking care of the earth, if we're taking care of the water, if we're fixing leaks as soon as they happen, and we're really conscious of what we're using, I know that Mother Earth will take care of us. Namaste. Yeah, I got it. Yeah.
I do believe I will receive. I just have to know and declare it to be so with an open mind and a little bit of time. If it serves my highest good, it will be mine. I do believe I will receive. I just have to know and then declare it to be so with an open mind and just a little bit of time. If it serves my highest good, then it will be mine. I do believe I will receive. I just have to know and then declare it to be so with an open mind. Just a little bit of time. If it serves my highest good, then it will be mine.
And now as we lower the lights and prepare for meditation. So as we breathe in that breath of God that breathes us, we know that our consciousness, our light, keeping the high watch, is really our only job as we walk in the presence of who we are. And we remind ourselves throughout the day by looking away from our devices, going outside, taking in the light, grounding ourselves in Mother Earth, taking a full breath, slowing down and becoming aware, being in our body, and being appreciative for this time on Earth. To usher in all of what the new earth is bringing. So let us take a few moments in meditation and listen to that still, small voice. And now as we slowly and gently bring our consciousness, our awareness back into this room, maybe we wiggle our feet or our toes, feel the breath on our cheek, and we give thanks for this moment of quiet that refreshes us, that renews us, restores us, and reminds us. Amen.
Thank you, Reverend Marge, for sharing your deep love for Mother Earth and for raising our awareness to how we can do even more to do our part to heal the planet. Thank you. Thank you very much. So we now have an opportunity to give back a portion of all the good that we do receive all the time from this beautiful ministry, Unity of Charlottesville. But before we do that, I'd like to welcome anyone who might be here for the first time this morning. Anyone here for the first time? Hi. Hi, welcome, a whole row, almost a whole row. I love it. Are you a family or just friends or just visiting? Well, we're so happy to have you. Yes, thank you. I did notice your smiling faces during the service, so I feel that you've enjoyed your experience. Thank you for joining us and visiting with us today. And if anyone's online who's joining us for the first time, we hope that you can make it here into the sanctuary and we can greet you live here in our beautiful home, and if you're able to do that. So there are many ways to give to Unity of Charlottesville. Online at the Unity of Charlottesville website, text to give, the U.S. mail, of course, or give when you're here into our butterfly net, which Marge will be coming around with. We're so grateful for all of you, for all of your generosity, your tithes of your time, your talent, and your treasure. It takes all of us to sustain this beautiful community, and we are so grateful for all that you give. So let us together bless our tithes and offerings. Divine love, as me, multiplies all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. And time to sing again.
I'm willing to change my life, willing to shine a little light. I know the change may not come today, but it'll be worth the wait. I'm willing.
You all know this one, so sing with us on the chorus.
Going out on a limb today. Feels like I'm finding my way. I was driving the wrong way down a one-way street when I realized I'm in the driver's seat. I'm willing to change my life, willing to shine a little light. I know the change may not come today, and it'll be worth the wait. I'm willing. I've been spending some time alone, way out of my comfort zone. Can't keep on doing the same old thing and expect it to turn out a different way. I'm willing to change my life, willing to shine a little light. I know the change may not come today, but it'll be worth the wait. I'm willing. Life is my teacher, time is my friend. I'm gonna follow my heart to the end. Ain't no stop sign on this road. The further I get, the lighter my load. I'm willing to change my life, willing to shine a little light. I know the change may not come today, but it'll be worth the wait. I'm willing to change my life, willing to shine a little light. I know the change may not come today, but it'll be worth the wait. I'm willing, willing. Oh yeah, I'm willing.
Thank you, Kevin, and musicians. So, we, as always, have pastoral care. You can, if you're in need, you can just call the office or send us an email. And next week, Reverend Don will be back, and the title of his message is The Silence. So we'll be looking forward to that. Thank yous, one of my favorite parts of the service. Thank you to our sound team, Greg and Boyan. Thank you so much. Yeah, let's give them a hand. Yes. And thank you to our beautiful music director, Blair Jones. And her musicians, Blue on the drum, Ty on the bass, Jim on the guitars. Give him a hand for his solos. And Stevie hiding over here in the corner with his violin. Let's give him a hand for his solos. Beautiful, beautiful. And Kevin and Karen as praise singers, and myself as a praise singer. And blessing team, thank you. We have Don and Vicky Chudd and their grandson, Marcos, were our blessing team this morning. Hospitality team, I'm sure there is one downstairs. I don't know who they are, but we thank them as well. And healing helpers will be over in the my right corner with PMH and Kevin and Buddy. That's why you always move up to the front at the end of the service. Buddy will be up front for individual prayer. And let's say our prayer for protection, shall we? Reverend Marge Brown. Woo, let's give her a hand. Come on. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you. Thank you. Thank you for being with us again today. We know we'll see you again. You're always welcome.
Children.
And the children, we have children.
Let's bring them up.
Why not?
Yeah.
Let's bring them up.
Should we play?
Let's bring them up.
We are walking as the light of God. We are walking as the light of God. Yeah, we are walking as the light of God. We are walking as the light of God. Woo! We are walking. We are walking. We are walking as the light of God. We are walking. We are walking. We are walking as the light of God.
Got some dancers. This was my first time with the young guys here, and we had a great time. The theme today, we were dealing with Moses going into the desert and parting the sea, and We talked about happy times and sad times, and that's what we drew. What makes you smile, and what makes you sad. So let's show the smiley face first. Show them what makes you happy. I don't know if you can see. Hold it up so they can see. There you go. And yeah. Woo! And show them what makes you sad. Show them which one makes you sad. Yeah, hunger, nightmares, things like that. We talked about all that stuff. And God is with us when we're happy and when we're sad. So we had a good time.
Thank you, children. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Patsy.
Yep.
Thank you so much.
Blessings.
Blessings. Prayer for protection. Let's all come on
Now
up.
for the kids.
Okay. We can do it
Do it
again.
again.
Okay.
Do it again. This is for you.
Children, unity, YOUers, teachers and parents, you are loved, special, and important.
Yes, you are.
Thank you. Woo!
Come this way. This is their first time. They did a super job.
Yay! 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 Let's all share our prayer for protection together. Come on up, guys. What a beautiful, joyous morning this was, yes? The light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us. The presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is. And wherever God is, all is well. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, the peace
that was meant to be with God as Creator, united all are we. Let us walk with each other in perfect harmony.
Let peace begin with me. Let this be the moment now.
With every step I take, let this be my joyous vow. To take each moment and live each moment in peace eternally. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me.
Okay. Everyone have a beautiful week.